Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. We're just going to wait a few minutes for everyone to fully hop on before we get started into the webinar of Phaea Blue. Thank you guys so much for joining. I can see more people hopping on. We're just going to wait another minute or so before we get started. Perfect. Okay, well, thank you everyone so much for joining us and taking the time to be here today. I'm really excited to have you here as we dive into the incredible world of Phaea Blue. Before we get started, just a quick note that we'll be answering questions at the end, so feel free to drop any questions or comments you have into the Q&A section below, and then we'll make sure to address all of them at the end. I recently had the chance to visit Phaea Blue this past May. I feel like this property is where timeless Greek hospitality meets conscious luxury. This property really seems like a quiet retreat that feels both elevated but also deeply grounded in sense of place. The design is really reflects the natural beauty of the island and its surroundings and fosters a deeper connection to, the Cretan history and all the values that Crete has. Every detail of this property really speaks to a slower pace of travel and a more thoughtful kind of luxury. Um, I'm a big foodie. I don't, if anybody knows me, they know that I love food. I love to try literally everything. And I felt like dining here truly felt like a love letter to Crete with all of its traditional Cretan dishes and the chefs who really had such a passion for the gastronomy and where everything was sourced from. And you could really feel that in every single dish that we tried. I really feel like this property invites you to pause, breathe, and embrace the simplicity of life on this beautiful, lush island. With that, I am thrilled to introduce you to a dear friend and a person who knows the property inside and out, Christina Craig, the Director of Sales of Phaea Blue. With that, I hand it over to you.
Thank you, Mackenzie, and thank you everyone that has joined us today. I know that it's a busy period, but also it's time for holidays too. So I really appreciate that you found the time to learn more about us. So I'm Christina. I'm overseeing our leisure sales in US and Australia, and I'm happy to share everything related to my home, or as much as I can, that is Crete. I am a proud Cretan girl, and tell you a little bit more about Phaea Blue. It's an independent family-run business. Phaea is the name of our brand. It means the light of the eye. So when we're very happy and our eyes are glowing, that's Phaea. It's Phaea as a brand is a celebration of a truer, more timeless Greece. Our vision is to push the boundaries of luxury hospitality towards a kinder, more immersive version of travel. And thank you, Mackenzie, for all your kind words. You really spoke to my heart. Now, I would like to introduce you to these two ladies, our power women and our leaders, Costanza and Agapi. These are the two sisters that run the company. The family is in the hospitality industry since 1976 with their dad, Mr. Yanis, who started the company. And now they are second generation. A fun fact is that I'm also second generation working with them because my parents used to work together with Mr. Yanis, their father. And we have so many similar stories with other families and other people like me that their parents used to work with Mr. Yanis before. And I think that this really shows a lot. Personally, I love, because Crete, I'm sure that you have heard, is the biggest island of Greece. It's very rich in history and culture. We have so many traditions, and nowadays everything is being modernized, and we are all about social media and TikTok and all these things. But as Mackenzie very correctly said before, life in Crete is very slow paced. And there are so many things that we have been experiencing whilst we were growing up with our grandparents, and this kept me as well in this company, and I decided to work and represent this hotel because they really do everything they can in their power to keep our traditions alive. And what makes me even more happy is that we have all of you and your clients that they come all the way from the US and they come and experience that when they stay with us. So let's talk about logistics. We are on the east side of Crete in Alonda, 1 hour away from Heraklion Airport and Port. In Crete, we have an international airport, so you can either fly directly from any European country or you can fly from Athens. And then it's very easy when you stay with us. Many of our clients combine Crete with the Cycladic Islands. Santorini is only 2 hours away from us by boat. And then, of course, you can do Paros, Mykonos, Milos, and so on. Other type of clients that we have, they have been, let's say, to the Cycladic Islands, so they might do Athens and then see both sides of Crete. A very nice itinerary is to do 3 or 4 nights minimum on one side and 3 or 4 nights on the other side. Now, if you definitely want to add one more and smaller island on this, from Chania, that is on the west side, you can very easily go to Milos Island because the boat from there is much faster, is only 90 minutes. Whereas if you take it from Heraklion to go to Milos, is 4 hours and 20 minutes. And something else that I have seen and I would like to share because I found it very interesting is that we have clients that they have been to Greece before, they have done the islands, they've been to Santorini, Mykonos, they've been to Athens. So they fly directly to Crete and then they combine Crete with Italy, for example. And something else that is worth mentioning as well, there is a direct flight that started this year with Turkish Airlines from Istanbul to Heraklion Airport. And also there is a direct flight from Heraklion to Naxos Island for those who would like to combine Crete with Naxos as well. Now, as I mentioned before, Crete is the biggest island of Greece, is known to be the birthplace of Zeus. We have beautiful beaches, amazing traditional villages. Crete is very authentic because the locals live on the island all year round. So, of course, our hotels are still seasonal, but we are with the opening of the new airport that we are expecting in 2 years. I'm pretty sure that our season will be extended. The weather in Crete, as it's on the most southern part of Greece, is always nicer. I can very confidently say that I'm wearing my coat only 4 days per year when I'm in Crete, so that's very nice. Also, it's very rich in history and culture, and I'm very proud to share with you some news that we have. It was announced last Monday. All the 6 Minoan palaces that we have on the island, that this is where the first European civilization started, have now been inscribed by UNESCO in the World Heritage Site, on the World Heritage List. Crete is also known to be the culinary capital of Greece. We are very lucky, we cultivate the land, so everything is fresh, organic. We have seasonal products, so everybody says that the food here is a little bit more tasty. So for food, this is the perfect destination. And there is a lot of art and craftsmanship on the island. So of course, with our dedicated concierge team, we are always more than happy to share very nice places that us locals would go. And we always as well encourage our guests to get out of the property and really explore the island. Now, Phaea Blue is in a very unique location. This little island that you see on the screen is called Spinalonga. It used to be the last labor colony of Europe in the 1850s. Its history is dating back to the 1800s. And nobody lives there today. It's a national monument, an open-air museum that you can, of course, visit it during the day and learn more about its history. Now I will invite you to the insides of our hotel. We have done a big transformation last year, and we transformed our hotel to a boutique hotel with 47 rooms only. And the feeling that you get when you arrive at Phaea Blue is that you have arrived to a private Cretan estate. It's very intimate. We talk about personalized service, and it's very homey. Keep in mind that the majority of our staff are locals. They have been with us for many, many years, so us as well, all together, we feel as if we are a big family. And we celebrate art as well and craftsmanship. As I mentioned before, we have done a special collaboration with one of the most important museums we have in Greece, the Benaki Museum that is located in Athens. We have, of course, various of their collections in our common areas, but also in our streets. And I would like now to show you how outside looks like. It's the perfect place to come, relax, unwind, recharge your batteries, connect with the history and nature. This is the look and feel of our rooms. We have bungalows, suites, and one private villa. As you can see, the design is very minimal, contemporary, very light colors. So it's, for me at least, is the perfect combination and design that really relaxes me. We do not offer interconnecting rooms. However, we have suites that can accommodate families of 4 or 5. And of course, our private villa can accommodate up to 8 people. The Phaea Blue Villa has 3 bedrooms. I love to say that it's in the most strategic location. You have the best views of the Aegean Sea and Spinalonga Island. It's very secluded. You can see everybody, but nobody can really see you. And this is how it looks like outside. We have butler service and private chef included in the rate. Even though it has 3 bedrooms and as we have only one villa, we are receiving requests for families of 4, or we even have couples that they would like to come and stay and have this privacy. So we have a different price point for a 2-bedroom as well. So we have this option too. It has the 2 bedrooms on the ground floor. Upstairs is the master bedroom, a very spacious living area. Outside we have a barbecue area, a very big swimming pool, and overall is 3,000 square feet. So there's a lot of space for our guests to enjoy. When it comes to outlets, we have 3. We open our organic garden 3 times per week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the photo, you see our favorite chef, Yannis, who is also from Crete, and he's always very eager and happy to welcome our guests, give them a tour in our garden, explain what we are doing there. Our garden is bio-certified, and the menu is changing every time depending on the seasonal products we have. Something more special that is happening there is that our guests experience the earth cooking. This is a method that the Minoans used to do 4,000 years ago. We're not using any electricity. Everything is being prepared in front of our guests, and it's family style. So you feel as if you have been invited to a nice backyard and you have a very nice dinner under a huge olive tree. Anthos restaurant opens for breakfast in the morning and for dinner in the evening. In 2022, it has been awarded as the best Greek cuisine in the world. We have Greek cuisine, but more refined. And Blue Door, the traditional Greek tavern, opens for lunch and dinner with fresh fish, seafood, and Cretan dishes. Now, even though we are a boutique hotel, we have all the facilities of a resort. Of course, there is a main swimming pool, a bar that is open all day for our guests. We have various experiences that you can do inside the property, the traditional wooden boat, or as we call it, kaiki, that our guests love to charter and can go to beaches that cannot be reached by car. We also have the option of a yacht or a catamaran, depending on the preference of our guests. And of course, you can do wine tasting, cooking lesson, private dining. We are beachfront, and this is our private beach. We have 2 treatment rooms for spa and an outdoor area for yoga, meditation, and Pilates. And you can see the 3 luxury spa brands that we are using. These are all our affiliations and awards. So the personality of the hotel, if I could summarize, is authentic, private, elegant. You really connect with the destination, with the history, nature. And lastly, and I hope I haven't tired you, we focus a lot on sustainability and conscious travel. This is something that we didn't start now. Mr. Yannis has started this 18 years ago, and we have these 4-star projects that help us keep our commitments to our guests, the environment, our people, and the community. The Phaea Farmers program was actually an idea of one of our chefs. And he has his own garden because in Crete we are farmers. We have our olive trees, we have our fruits, our vegetables, and he has a very big garden with his parents. So he suggested that why don't we work together so I can give you some of the products I'm having in my garden. And they really loved the idea. So they created the Phaea Farmers Project. Whoever is part of our staff or they are members of their families or they live nearby our hotel, so they are part of our community, they can join this program. We train them on sustainable and organic land use. We support them all the way because no chemicals are allowed, so this makes it even more challenging. And then Phaea is buying at a higher price all their products. They just keep what they need for their families. And this way we can cover all our needs in all our restaurants, in our hotels. The same goes with the olive oil. And we cover all our needs back of the house for cooking and on top of the table for our guests. We have a plan for the bees. I'm sure you know that they are extincting, so we have installed beehives on site and we help them pollinate in all 4 seasons of the year. And we plant our roofs as well, which helps us a lot with the energy we would need to waste for the insulation and cooling down of the buildings. We can, of course, share the presentation afterwards and you can take your time to have a look at our numbers. We are one of the few companies in Greece that we have our annual sustainability report to track the progress we make. And that's us. So if you have any questions, please include them in our Q&A and we will be more than happy to reply. So Catherine has a question. Are you open during festive season? Thank you. We are actually seasonal. We open on May 1st and we close on the 31st of October.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. That was wonderful, Christina. I feel like you really covered it all and showed your passion and love for the property and for the island itself. Looks like we don't have any other questions, but if you do, oh, we do have another question. Do all rooms have a sea view?
Great question. So out of the 47 rooms, there are only 6 rooms that don't have sea view, and these are 2 different room categories: the junior suite or the blue maisonette suite. And that's why we are not also including the sea view in their in the name of the room. Do you
So
recommend having a car on the island? Yes, if you really like to explore, I would definitely recommend having a car. It's very easy to drive around, and there are some very nice beaches that you can go by car that I really love as well, and some very nice traditional villages. So yes, I would definitely hire a car.
so we have
What
another
sort of
question.
excursions can guests take from the hotel? We have many. You can definitely see and have an idea from our website. And we were having a discussion with Brad, so I will sit down and create a very nice itinerary for a 4-night stay because usually our guests from the US stay for 3 or 4 nights, and we will share it with you guys so it's easier.
We did Spirulonga Island when I was there, and I feel like if you're gonna stay at Phaea Blue and look over this island, it's definitely an excursion to add to your itinerary. We also did olive oil tasting, which was fabulous. We got to learn how the olive oil is produced, and it was all locally sourced, and then we got to try everything. So definitely something to think about when you're in Crete as well.
You can charter a boat as well. There is the palm tree forest that is 40 minutes away by car, and it's very nice to see. You can do excursions and visit traditional villages. There is another place that is working only with women from Kritsa village, and it's very close to us. It's only 15-20 minutes away, and you can really have a nice cooking lesson with them and then sit down and try everything. And they're so nice, and their English is perfect, so it's everybody loves it that goes there.
And you could also do the boat. You could also rent the
Absolutely.
boat through you guys, correct?
Yeah.
Uh, and do a full day or half day out on the water, which is fabulous, especially this time of year when it is hot, being out in the water. Um, Christina, how far in advance do like special activities need to be booked?
So usually our guests like to book in advance. I would say a week or two before the arrival is safe. And I would also reserve the dinner reservations too.
So you'd recommend doing that rather than booking like once the client has arrived.
Of course, we can do it as soon as they arrive, but if they know specifically and they have specific times and dates that they would like to do specific things, it's always better to book them in advance just to make sure that you will do it when you want.
Beautiful. And it looks like we have one last question. Do you guys work with NET or FIT rates for tour operators?
Yes, we work with quite a few. So we work with Classic Vacations, we work with UJV, from the tour operators. Now we are connecting with Delta Vacations as well. So these accounts usually have our FIT or net rates.
Beautiful. Well, I think that is it for the questions, but we just wanted to thank everybody for joining. If you do have any other questions or want to reach out, please feel free to reach out to either myself, anyone from the Lush team, or to Christina directly. Thank you guys for joining and taking the time. We really appreciate it, and we hope to connect with you soon. And we hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Perfect.